Elon Musk paid about $44 billion to buy Twitter. Whatever else people think about that, many questioned whether it was a good investment. Erin Kelly is the CEO of Advanced Symbolics, Inc., the keeper of the artificial intelligence known as Polly, and she joins us now on why she thinks it was likely worth every penny and more. And I have to confess, I don't hear many people saying that, so I'm really interested to hear what you have to say. First of all, welcome. We normally do this on the line from Ottawa. So
yeah, it's great to be here in person.
Good to have you here in the Big Smoke. $44 billion. What's he actually getting for that?
So just a little bit of background on Elon Musk. We know he owns Tesla. We know he owns SpaceX. He also is one of the main people in OpenAI. And as people probably know, OpenAI are the people behind ChatGPT, which everybody has tried, I hope, and its older sibling, DALL-E. Now, those are AIs, and I think that
which you're into as well, obviously.
Right, and so and I want to say right off the top, I don't have any inside knowledge on Twitter or why Elon Musk bought Twitter, but these are my views based on somebody who comes from the industry and understands the value of data to AI.
Okay. In which case, what did he get for $44 billion?
So what he got was a huge treasure trove of data. So if you look at DALL-E and ChatGPT, what do they need to do their magic? They need to train on data. So DALL-E trained on images, all the great artists, clip art, all of that kind of thing. Now, there are several lawsuits going on against OpenAI because of the training data. So people who say that OpenAI used my images in order to create the great art that it does. And just to explain, this is original art, so it's not, it's not under copyright. It's considered original because the AI is creating it from scratch. And it trained on other people's art in order to do that, but it doesn't recreate their art. So right now, it's a real legal kind of gray zone as to will these lawsuits shut down AI or cause you to have to compensate thousands of artists that you've trained on? But what if you own all the data? What if you own the platforms that the AI is training on?
What could you do with that data?
Well, first of all, when you look at Twitter, Twitter is perfect for AI training because of the short text. So, when we look at natural language processing, what the AI is trying to do is understand the context of words within the sentence. And when the sentences are short, it's a lot easier to do that. So it's a great training ground for AI. It's also got all of this historical data. So you want to know what people thought of Bill C-18. You can say, well, the agenda said this, and Pablo Rodriguez said that, and Senator Harder said this, and you can put it all together and create a good essay on it. So you have different people's perspectives. You have the history of the last 10 years, every celebrity. So you've got the history, you've got the rights to train it. Nobody can argue that it's not your data. So to me, this is, and think of this, maybe you can stop other people from getting the data because you own it. So we look at, for example, Bill C-18. It says that if you link to news sites, you've got to compensate them. Well, how many journalists link to Twitter or pull Twitter into their stories?
All of them.
So do you have to, are you going to have to compensate for that? I mean, he's looking to monetize this platform. To me, this is gold. Everybody now wants to have a ChatGPT-like AI. Where are they going to train that AI? You
have ascribed to him a strategy and a mission here that I suspect a lot of people hadn't considered, because he's so different, right? He's such an odd billionaire that most people thought this was just an ego trip for him because he liked to be on Twitter and put out a bunch of crazy tweets from time to time. But if I hear you right, there's actually some method to this madness. I think it's a very smart move, and there might be advantage to him not being forthright about it. You know what I mean? When you're in business, you have a strategy. You don't necessarily want everybody to know the strategy. So saying that I'm doing this for free speech, or I'm doing this to bring Trump back, or I'm doing, for all these crazy reasons, very distracting. And I don't know that that's the reason, but it strikes me as why is everybody sort of focusing on the salacious part of it and not seeing the gold here? The gold is the data. Because that's what media do. They focus on the salacious. How did you, it's interesting, you obviously saw some dots and you connected the dots in the way that you did. How did you come to that conclusion?
Well, because I'm a strategist as well. And see this, so as I was looking at what are the implications of Elon Musk buying Twitter and him wanting to monetize it, obviously we use that data as well. Now, there's some advantage in the way we have built our AI that no matter what he does with it to try and monetize it, we will benefit more than others. And so in connecting those dots, I thought, ooh, this is going to be tough on this industry because depending on what he chooses to do with it. Now, historically, he's been, like OpenAI, as the name suggests, is there to bring AI to the masses. So historically, he's not been a walled garden type of person, but he definitely holds all the power in the data kingdom. And I know this because we use AI, we use it on different platforms, right? We use it on Reddit, we use it on TikTok, we use it on all those. And I know the value of the Twitter data because it is much easier for the AI to digest, if you will, than those other platforms.
And one of the things that you have done with Polly, which is the nickname for your AI, is that you have used that Twitter data to help you divine where the public is right now, what they're thinking about, maybe potentially translating it into how elections are going to turn out, that kind of thing. But I presume at the moment you're using all that data free of charge. What if you have to pay for it at some point?
Well, that's the brilliance of sampling the data properly. So our competitors are using what's called the Twitter fire hose. They're pulling everything down. Now, that has got two disadvantages. One, you're not properly sampling the data, so you can't do proper stats with it. But the other disadvantage, and the reason we originally did this, was it's very expensive. You just do 10,000 tweets, it costs you a fortune. You have to pay for all that data. If you're properly sampling it, you can sample a lot less. And so, yes, it'll affect us, but it won't affect us as much as our competitors, and that's why we're kind of okay with it, wherever way it goes, I guess you could say.
Got it. Let's talk more money here. Many foreign investors played a part in Musk's Twitter takeover, and according to the deal, apparently anyone who invested $250 million or more gets access to confidential company information. Want to play that out for us? What does that look like?
I don't know because it's confidential. But
in terms of competitiveness or your place in the market?
It's amazing. I mean, it's amazing. It's the data. So, you know, we touched a little bit on what can Polly do with this data? And Polly doesn't have access to anything other than what you see on Twitter. She just do it on a massive scale. But if you had more data, what more could you do in terms of forecasting? In terms of predicting
what
things?
More could you do?
A lot.
Really?
Yes. And so, and I think that's what people are missing. This is a gold mine of data. And, you know, ChatGPT goes till 2021. With Twitter, it can go beyond. And so it can be, it's filling that pipe. And so, and we've all seen how amazed people were with ChatGPT. That's just the beginning. This is version 3 of ChatGPT. I mean, it's going to get a lot more powerful. And even when you look at our Bill C-18, you know, it's behind the times already because of ChatGPT. We no longer have links. You know, it's going to summarize all the stuff for you. So it's an extremely powerful and rich data set.
Can you characterize or qualify the richness of the data? When you say that, what do you mean?
The main, so in order to do predictive work, which is what the real goal is to me anyway, you need lots of data. Anything else is anecdotal, right?
And data meaning what? What specifically?
People's intentions, and so what, and when you're looking for trends, you don't want to just say one 40-year-old said this, oh, that's a trend. You have to, if you can properly sample it, then you can say, this is a real trend because I'm seeing it beyond different social bubbles. You know, and that's what we do as well. You don't want to be listening to one social bubble. You want to get across different social bubbles. New products, are they going to take off or not? I can even show you with data right now when a conspiracy theory, for example, is going mainstream and when it's not, when you should take action on something, predictive messaging, how to say things in such a way that a particular audience will be more receptive to it or not. I mean, there is so much you can do with a treasure trove of data like that I think most people are missing the value of this purchase.
Gotcha. Does this development create, in your judgment, any ethical concerns we ought to be aware of?
So far, no, because there's been no, it's been business as usual from a access to the information point of view. I think there's a lot, though. There's a lot that's unknown in this space. As I mentioned, there's lawsuits that are going through now. Is this my copyrighted material? If you put things on a platform and then it's used for people to make money with, is that your information? Is it the platform's information? Is it depend on what you do with the information? I mean, there's a lot. Back when we did copyright, it was, well, I made this picture, I made this piece of art, so it's pretty clear. But now it's, no, an AI made it, but based on, I can say, make me a painting with Steve Paikin wearing a Sens jersey and put it in the
That will never
theme
happen.
of
That will. Okay, this interview's over. Thank you very much.
No.
Let me ask you about Elon himself, because he did put this tweet out, I guess it was several weeks back, asking Twitter users to vote on whether or not he ought to continue as CEO of the company, having taken it over. And the majority apparently said, you should step down. And I gather he's deciding whether or not he actually wants to yield to the will of the majority here. But if there were a change of leadership at Twitter, would that affect any of what you're talking about right now?
No, because he still owns it. I mean, it's the ownership that I think matters. So far, there's nothing anti-competitive that's taken place. But I'm just saying it's a treasure trove of data for the person who owns it.
Right. Erin, good to see you again. Thanks for coming in.
Great, thank
That's
you.
Erin Kelly, the CEO of Advanced Symbolics, Inc.
The Agenda with Steve Paikin is made possible through generous philanthropic contributions from viewers like you. Thank you for supporting TVO's journalism.